When we look at the center of the heart of Sikhi, we refer to Harmandir Sahib. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, they created Harmandir Sahib. They built Harmandir Sahib, completed it for us. Gurbani that we read, all of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj was blessed to us by Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. And the whole lineage of Shaheeds that we remember, we take inspiration from. Shaheedan de Sartaj, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, they were the beginning of this whole lineage. If Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj did not sit on the hot plate, then maybe we wouldn't have had the Bhai Mani Singh Jis, Baba Banda Singh, Bibi Sharan Kaur. We wouldn't have had all of these lineages of the 1920s, the 1840s, the 1984, the early 2000s. We wouldn't have had those Shaheed Singhs if Guru Arjan Dev Ji didn't sit on that tatti kavam.
एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भय निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैपं गुरा प्रसाद गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है पि सच नानक होसी पी सच क्या जाना किब मरहेंगे कैसा मरना होए जे कर साहिब मन हो न विसरे ता सहला मरना होए क्या जाना क्या जाना केव मरहेंगे, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए। क्या जाना, क्या जाना, क्या जाना केव मरहेंगे, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए। क्या जाना, क्या जाना, क्या जाना केव मरहेंगे, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए। क्या जाना, क्या जाना, क्या जाना। जेकर साहेब मन हो न विसरे, जेकर साहेब मन हो न विसरे, ता सहला मरना होए, ता सहला मरना होए, ता सहला मरना होए, ता सहला मरना होए। क्या जाना, क्या जाना, क्या जाना केव मरहेंगे, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए। मरने ते जगत डरै, मरने ते जगत डरै, जीव्या लोड़ै सबको जीव्या लोड़ै सबको गुर प्रसादी जीवत मरै, गुर प्रसादी जीवत मरै, हुक्म बूझै सोए, हुक्म बूझै सोए, गुर प्रसादी जीवत मरै, हुक्म बूझै सोए, नानक ऐसी मरनी जो मरै, तां सद जीवन होए, तां सद जीवन होए, नानक ऐसी मरनी जो मरै, नानक ऐसी मरनी जो मरै, तां सद जीवन होए, तां सद जीवन होए, तां सद जीवन होए, तां सद जीवन होए, क्या जाना, क्या जाना, क्या जाना केव मरहेंगे, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए, क्या जाना, क्या जाना, क्या जाना केव मरहेंगे, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए, क्या जाना, क्या जाना, क्या जाना, क्या जाना, क्या जाना, क्या जाना केव मरहेंगे, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए, कैसा मरना होए। जाना क्या जाना क्या जाना.
How are we going to die? When are we going to die? This question is not coming out from confusion. It is not even a question of wanting to know. इस सवाल इस वास्ते नहीं पूछा जा रहा कि मैनू पता लगे कि मैं कदों मरूंगा, किवें मरूंगा. नहीं प्यारो, क्या जाना किव मरेंगे, कैसा मरना होए. This is coming out from a place of bliss. This is coming out from a place of sahaj, of intuitive bliss, intuitive peace. It is coming from a place of carefreeness. There is no care in the world. Because truly when you ask this question, kya jana, kiv marenge, how will I die? When will I die? You're saying this because you don't really care to know. Normally we always want to know this question. You know, if somebody told you you're going to die at this exact time, this is the way you're going to die, and this is the place you're going to die. If we knew these three things, where, how, and when we're going to die, we might tell ourselves that, hey, we can plan according to that. In this, we still fear death. Normally, when the world hears about death, people fear it. जिस मरने ते जग डरै मेरा मन आनंद मरने ही ते पाइयै पूर्ण परमानंद. Bliss is found through this state of an avastha. Today we're going to discuss what this state of mind is. To properly understand it, we talk about Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Sache Pacha sitting on the hot plate, the tatti tavi. But sometimes we think, were they in pain? They endured that type of pain. But we've not really understood their state of mind there. Sometimes we think Bhai Mani Singh Ji was seated and their limbs were being cut. Band band katte gaye. That must have been so hard. Blessed they are that endured that. Pyareo, we've not understood where they are. For them, that is not pain. It is coming from a place of sahaj. And it is sahaj that we must understand. Marna te jag darai. Jivya loda sab koi. The entire world wants to live further and further. But the person that has truly died whilst alive, they find bliss throughout their entire life. And for them, leaving their body in whatever manner is just like taking off a piece of clothes. ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕੱਪੜੇ ਲਾਉਣੇ ਹੋਣ ਇਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਕਿਤੇ ਰੱਖ ਦੇਣੇ ਇਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਕਿਤੇ ਪਾ ਦੇਣੇ ਮੁਕਤ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਮੋਕਲਾ ਸਹਜੇ ਆਵੋ ਜਾਓ. They can come in the world and go as they please once they're truly liberated while they're still within the body. What is that state of mind like? Sitting in the darbar today, we've made efforts to arrive here. And yes, we've tamed our body to not be able to move around and to be able to focus and listen. But to find sahaj in your mind is the difficult part. Seated here today, our mind may be wavering all over the place. So I make this request to you. Whilst we have these moments together here, let's dive deep into this sahaj. And just like the Rababi is playing, imagine you're sitting at the edge of a river. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha is seated in front of you. Dhan Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, Dhan Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Jot Roop Har Aap Guru Nanak Kahayo. There in front of you, and Bhai Mardana Ji plays the Rabab. How intuitively would you be listening then? Let's listen with that level of love. Before we begin our vichar, hath jod ke, koi bhi rasna vanji na rave. Make sure no tongue is left out. Let's all purify our tongue by saying the blessed Fateh of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. Balao Fateh Ji. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. Kabir kasoti Ram ki, jhootha tikay na koe. Ram kasoti so sahay, jo mar jiva hoye. This test, this entire life of ours is one test after another. Kabir kasoti Ram ki. This test of the Creator, not everybody can bear it. Not everybody can win over it. Not everybody can succeed. Kyunki jhoothe uthe nahi tikde. They will not be able to remain. But those that are able to say, bear it, who are they? Ram kasoti so sahay, jo mar jiva hoye. Only they are able to bear this test, to be able to pass it. Those that have died while still alive. Mar jiva. They're dead. Their ego is dead while they're physically still breathing. And again, kya jana kiv marenge? We don't care about when our death will be, when it'll happen, how it'll happen. Maharaj, tusi meri humme hune hi maar do. We want to die now. Kabir, mohe marne ka chao hai. I have a desire to die. How? Not outside of a bar. Not taking a heart attack, eating too many burgers and watching Netflix. I don't want to die that way. Some people might say, how do you want to die? Somebody might say, oh, peacefully in my bed. Somebody might say, I want to get really drunk on alcohol and that's how I want to pass away. I want to enjoy, I want to dance my night away and that's how I want to die. Kabir mohe marne ka chaho hai, maron ta har keh dwar. Say it with me, maron ta har keh dwar. If I'm going to die, then Maharaj, I want to die at your door. Because I don't want anybody else to ask me, who is this? When I enter those gates and I stand in front of Sachkhand, I don't want God to say, who is this person? No. Tu kun re maji nama. Bhakt Namdev Ji is saying that when I am laying outside your doors, I want to have this conversation. I don't want God to say, Tu kun re, who are you? And I'll say, Maji, it's me. Nama? Oh, you know my name. You know when you're so close with somebody and they enter your house, they don't need to say, it's me, and they say your first and last name and you say all your titles and you say your address and your company you work for. That's not how you introduce yourself to your best friend, is it? When somebody enters your door, they say, you ask, who is it? And they'll say, it's me. Just by recognizing their voice, you'll say, oh, it's you. Nama, is that you? Namdev? Nama? Hoji, yes, it's me. What are you doing here? Tu kun re maji nama. Hoji, what do you want here? Hoji means Hanji. Yes, it's me. It's like the mother is inside of the house, maa kare hove na, te bacche kare hon. Pame do ਭਰਾਵਾਂ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਰਲਦੀ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਹੋਵੇ. Two brothers can have a very similar sounding voice. I know mine and my brother's voice is very similar. And when we enter the home, my mom asks, she says, who is it? And I don't walk in and say, Bhai Harman Singh. That's not how I respond to my mom. And I just say, it's me. And she'll know. She'll know, is it me or is it my brother? That's the level of familiarity. Hey Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਦਰ ਤੇ ਆਉਂਗਾ, will you recognize me? When I walk in and I say, it's me, they'll say, ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਪੁੱਤਰ ਹੈ, this is my son. What do you want here? Allah te nivarna jam karna. Maharaj, liberate me from this world. Bless me with God's name. And remove this noose of the messengers of death around my neck. I don't want this. These Shaheeds that we speak about in 1984, the days that you were listening to online and watching documentaries and seeing all these things going on around your city, I want you to understand the state of mind that those Shaheeds are actually at. Yes, normally we see Shaheediyan come in two forms. ਇੱਕ ਜੁਝਾਰੂ ਸ਼ਹੀਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਇੱਕ ਸ਼ਾਂਤਮਈ ਸ਼ਹੀਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ. There's two forms in the Guru's house. The ਜੁਝਾਰੂ ਸ਼ਹੀਦੀ is ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜੂਝਦਾ ਹੋਵੇ in the heat of battle. Just like Baba Ajit Singh Ji is fighting and running into battle with arrows that they're taking onto their chest. That is Jujaru Shahidi. Then there is a Shantmai Shahidi, just like Baba Fateh Singh Ji and Baba Zorawar Singh Ji, that they're reciting God's name and they bring brick to life. There is the Jujaru Shahidi, the Shaheed Baba Uday Singh Ji, that they went and they received those blessings in the battle of Sarsa Nadi by Uday Singh and by Jeevan Singh, these two brothers. And then there is the Shantmai Shahidi that their father by Mani Singh Ji, they received when their limbs are being cut bit by bit. But the state of their mind is the exact same. There's no difference. You might think one is Biras and one is Shantras. But Pyareo, Ram kasauti so sahai jo mar jiva hoye. That person is able to pass this test, the person that is dead whilst alive. And remembering Shaheedi on a daily and regular basis is the key to all of the things that our mind, the heats of the mind that we struggle with. And before we dive into that, I want to touch upon just a quick little sakhi from the life of Sant Jarnail Singh Ji Khalsa Bhindranwale. Because I know we see their posters. I know we see them holding the spear. And we connect them definitely with a political movement that happened at the time. Yes, political elements are there, social elements are there, and spiritual elements are there. But I don't think we truly get to understand that all of that is only possible because of the level of love that they had. At the age of 7 years old, when Sant Gyani Guru Arjan Singh Ji came to their village, they're the youngest of 7 brothers. They're the youngest of 7 brothers. And Vardemampur took them into their Sikhya, into their school. They lived their entire life doing seva. They would memorize Gurbani as if it's second nature to them. They would read over 100 Japji Sahibs a day. Every single day. This was not easy to do. And you might think, well, calculating it by 15 minutes, how is that possible? Eventually, when you start doing so much abhyas, practice of Gurbani, it becomes ingrained in your thought patterns. And it starts being connected. Every thought of yours, it is happening in your subconscious. They would do over 125 Japji Sahibs a day. And one beautiful sakhi. They were seated. This is pure love. This is what Sahaj is. If you want to know what is the pinnacle that we're trying to focus on today through all the conversations, it's going to be revolving around Sahaj, of calmness, of peace. Sant Jarnail Singh Ji Khalsa Bhindranwale. Yes, the one that you hear doing the speeches that they won't be able to take me alive. They can come in, they'll take my dead body, but they can't take me alive outside of this complex. They won't be able to attack Darbar Sahib. We'll stand in the defense of Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj. That same Sant Jarnail Singh Ji Khalsa, pure prem vich bhije hoye one day. This is before the political movements. This is before the Dharma Yudh Morcha. They were seated in Amrit Vela and they were crying for hours and hours on end. Kai घंटे बीत के and they were crying. And in their cry, in their ardas, their mind went to a golden darbar. Sone da darbar siga. And there, ਉੱਥੇ ਇੱਕ ਦਰਵਾਜ਼ਾ ਲੱਗਾ ਸੀ. There was a door. Inside, Tan Tan Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj's voice, they could hear. They could hear Maharaj Sache Pacha reading Bani, doing Kirtan. But they were outside, and as they were walking this golden darbar, Sonne dar darbarya, it's so beautiful. And they sit, and they're crying. They cry and cry and cry. And from inside they hear Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj's voice. This is all happening in their anubhav. This is happening in their heart. In Amrit Vela. And as they cry and cry, continue to cry, they hear the voice of Mata Sahib Devan Ji beside them. They hear the voice of their mother beside them. And Mata Ji arrives and says, कि हे मेरे पुत्र तू कातो रो रहा है? तू क्यों रो रहा है? Oh my son, why are you crying? And Sant Ji बड़े प्रेम ते विराग विच रो के कहंदे, माता जी पिता जी मेरे ਨੂੰ ਆ ਕੇ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ? Why does my father not open the door and allow me to go and meet them? Why do they not come outside of their darbar and come and meet them? And you know what the mother says, Mata Sahib Devan Ji? She says, ਪੁੱਤਰ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਿਤਾ ਦਾ ਸੁਭਾਅ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ. You know the nature of your father. ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਪਿਤਾ ਜੀ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਉਣੀ ਆ. Let me go and have a try with your father. Let me and go and try to convince him. And Sant Ji says, ਹਾਂਜੀ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕਰਿਓ. Please convince me because my father is not meeting me. Maybe you can convince. Just like sometimes we want something from the father, and when the father doesn't agree, we go to the mother. We say, Mom, Dad's not giving it to me. Pyareo, this is the true relationship. It's so casual. This is where love is. Kyunki pyar de vich, prem de vich, eh aashki vich, ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਮਰਿਆਦਾਵਾਂ ਵੀ ਪਾਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਹੈ. Just like when you love your mother and father, there are boundaries and formalities outside of the house, but inside of the house, formalities go away. And Mata Ji goes and speaks to Sant Ji, goes and speaks to Kalgitar Pacha. ਸੱਚਖੰਡ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ. ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਫਿਰ ਸੰਤ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਆ ਕੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਆ. They meet them. ਪਿਆਰਿਓ, the state of virag, in this state, while they're doing Simran, all of this is happening while they're in their state of bandagi. They've been crying for hours now. And you know the pankti that they kept on reciting while they were in their state of virag? They would recite, Kisi koi koi manj nimani ek tu kyun na mari jai roe ja lag chit na avai. Maharaj, oh my father, somebody has someone. Kisi koi koi, kisi da koi ya, kisi da koi ya. You look at the world and you say, well, somebody has a nice friend group. Somebody gets to do sangat of somebody great. Kisi da koi ya, kisi da koi ya. Somebody has a great relationship with their mother and father. Some people might have nice friends. Kisi da koi ya. Par mera kisi da, kisi hi koi koi. Manj nimani, this lonely, nimani, worthless being. I have nobody, I only have you. Mera sirf tu hi hai. So then why would I not continue to cry all day until you come and hug me, until you embrace me? Ja lag chitna avai. Why? Until you come and embrace me in my heart and mind. Does this change the perspective of when you see somebody standing holding an arrow now? That love for Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, for the house of Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj. And pyareo, it's the state of virag and state of love. Whether somebody is taking bullets to the chest, somebody is enduring bombs on their body, it is with the state of sahaj in their mind. But if you want to understand what the concepts of saint and soldier really come out from, a saint is that person that has completely destroyed their 5 vices within. They're indifferent to the world. That is a saint. And a soldier is somebody that is able to carry that out practically in the world. And their saintly aspects are showcased by the way that they're able to fight for justices within the world. That's what a saint is. So this all comes from a place of sahaj. Pyareo, there was a time when Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj, the 4th Guru, they sent their son to Lahore, the city of Lahore. You've heard these sakhiyaan before. We're going to take just a bird's eye view over it because I want us to focus on the Shaheedi of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. There was a time when the fourth Guru sent their youngest son. They had three sons, Baba Prithi Chand Ji, the eldest son, the middle son, Baba Mahadev Ji, and the third son, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. Baba Prithi Chand Ji, the eldest son of Guru Ramdas Ji, of the fourth Guru. The eldest son naturally was kind of expected that he was the person that was the leader. He was the person that was the main organizer. He was the person that would speak very, very well. He was very charismatic. And everybody thought he was going to become the next Guru. Baba Mahadev Ji, he was so carefree. He didn't care about anything within the world. Oh jaake alag jaake apne bandagi vich binde sige. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, they stayed in the state of virag. They would just be doing bandagi all day as well. They were agyakari. Whatever the Guru said, they were sat bachni. Remember, these are not tests for the Guru. Because Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj, ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਭੱਟਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਦਿੱਤੀ, the Bhatt sang the Shabad that the Jagat Guru of the world was born. And they were referring to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. Meaning Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj was given this Gurta Gaddi from the Janam, but Maharaj ne Pargat Bachon Kita. They were sent to Lahore because there was a wedding that they needed to attend to. Guru Sahib Ji couldn't go themselves. They sent one of their sons in their place. First Baba Prithi Chand Ji is asked. Baba Prithi Chand Ji said, I can't go. I have to take care of all of this management. Because there was a fear in their mind. What if I go and then I become less prominent within Amritsar Sahib? And then if I leave, my influence becomes less. And what if the Gur Gaddi goes to someone else? Baba Prithi Chand Ji said no. Baba Mahadev Ji says, I don't care about worldly affairs. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, they folded their hands and say, Maharaj, if you send me to Lahore for a wedding, I will go in that way. Maharaj, if you go to send me to Lahore to sit on a hot plate, then I'll do that. Pyareo Akho Satnam Sri Vai. Maharaj, whatever your hukam is, that's what I'll do. Whatever is within your will, whatever pleases you. Maharaj, if you send me to Lahore to attend a wedding, I will do that. If you send me to Lahore for another task, I will do that. Even if you send me to give away my life, then I'll do that, Maharaj. Guru Arjan Dev Ji, Maharaj Sache Pacha goes to Lahore. They are told that you are not to be able to come back until we send for you. Days go by and you've read the Bani of Shabad Hajare. Pyareo, the Bani, those Shabad and Shabad Hajare are letters. Mera man locha gur darshan tai bilab kare chatraki nyai trikhana ave sant na utre. These sort of states that my desire, this burning quench, is not going away. Trikhana utre sant na ave. Bin dekhe gur darbare jiyo Maharaj, without seeing you, I cannot survive. They write these shabads as letters back to Amritsar Sahib from Lahore. These letters are intercepted by Baba Prithi Chand Ji. They read the first one and they're blown away. They said, this is written so beautifully. If my father reads this letter, they're going to give the Gurgaddi, the Guruship, to their youngest son right away because there is so much love in this letter. Baba Prithi Chand Ji hides these letters. There's even a historical writing that says the first writing that Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj sends was actually just a portrait, a picture of a babiha, a rainbird. They just sent a photo of a babiha that they drew because the babiha means that I'm crying out for this swanti boond, this drop of water, and I cannot live, just like the bird is going to die without this drop of water. Maharaj, without you, it was a signal. Okay, Guru Sahib Ji, allow me to see you. And see, whenever we think about Shaheeds, you must understand that they have nothing else in their heart but this. Then Maharaj, I want to see you. Maharaj, thode darshan karne hai. Because I know when I attain Shaheedi, I'm going to be able to walk into your darbar. I'm going to be able to walk into your court, and I'm going to be able to stand amongst those great Baba Deep Singhs, those great Mata Pa Kaur Jis, Bibi Sharan Kaur Jis, those great Bhai Mani Singh Jis, can I stand beside them? And you will hug me just like you hug them. Because I walked on the same path as them. Maharaj, these Singhs and Singhaniyan, they give Shaheedi. From the aftermath, 2020 vision, we look into history and we read out the political narratives, which are true. Those are things to understand. But if you truly want to understand how they became Marjiva Hoye, they were dead internally way before any of the Shaheedi happened. They didn't just happen to go and say, you know, I'm going to give my life today. They didn't wake up one day and they say, you know what, should I go to Costco or should I go give Shaheedi to the world for the Guru? It wasn't like that. They say, I got to study for my exam next week or should I go give Shaheedi for the Guru? It wasn't a split moment decision. No, this is their love that has been building up for lifetimes. And then they were blessed with the opportunity to carry it out. Pyaro Shaheedi aime nahi milti. You have to struggle for it for lifetimes. You have to beg for it. I know Singhs today, I won't name them. Every day they stand and they do Ardas ke Maharaaj and they cry. I've seen the Singh cry. Sometimes they're 18, 19, 24, 25. They're just like you and me. They're not different. They speak the same language as us. They buy the same grocery from the same grocery stores as us. They say they drive the same car models as you and me. They drive the same streets that you and I drive. And yet they cry for hours a day saying, Maharaj, and they would argue. I've seen the Singh argue with Maharaj. He say, Maharaj, kyun nahi mainu Shaheedi dinde? Why are you not giving me Shaheedi? Mere naal ki vair hai? Why are you blessing this person? Why are you not giving it to me? Pyareo, inna pyar. But his mind is in such a state of sad. This is what I want you to understand. Ek prem di vichar hai. Guru Arjan Dev Ji says, Mera man locha hai Gurdarshan tai. Maharaj sends 4 letters back. Over time, these 4 letters are kept by Baba Prithi Chand Ji. When Maharaj Sache Pacha finds out, I can't go into the depth of this Sakhi. Guru Sahib Sache Pacha receives one of the letters. And they see at the bottom that it says, number 3, number 4, wait. There was letters before these. Where are those? And they called for Baba Prithi Chand Ji. They found the letters in the pocket, hanging on the closet of Baba Prithi Chand Ji. They read the letters, and as soon as they read these words, Mera man locha hai, Gurdarshan te, they read the next letter. Ek kadi na milte katha kaljug hota. They read the next letter. And they read the next letter. Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj felt that love connect right away. They sent Baba Buddha Ji all the way. And Bhai Gurdas Ji, the senior Gursikhs, they didn't just send, a young boy, go and get this. They sent the most senior people. Say, go and get Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. They brought them. And they said, and Baba Prithi Chand Ji actually even claimed then, oh no, these are actually my letters. These aren't Guru Arjan Dev Ji's. And they said, then write the next one. Write one more. Write the next letter. And Baba Prithi Chand Ji couldn't write it because they couldn't show that same level of love. But Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj was able to write that. Then now I've met the Guru and now I've found the Shanti. I've seen the Guru. Pyareo, when you read Sabda Jare every morning, it only takes a couple of minutes. Read it every morning and read these letters of love like you were writing to the Guru. Maharaj, when can I see you? It'll change the whole perspective of your day. When you go about and you read these words in the morning, finish your Nitnem, finish your Japji Sahib, even if you just listen to the recording, listen to the meanings, the letters of love. And when you go about and you're just driving to work, the way you see the world, who's late in traffic, who's doing road rage, who's bothering who at work, it'll change your perspective. None of this matters. Ek kadi na milte ta kaljug hota, hun kad mili hai priya tudd bhagwanta, moye rehn na vehave, neend na aave. Maharaj, I can't live without you. Bin dekhe gur darbare jiyo. They write these letters. They call Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj right away. Inna prem dikhaya. Pyareo Guru Arjan Dev Ji nu Gurta Gaddi mili. But that wasn't the end. Baba Prithi Chand Ji, full of jealousy, their heart was burning. And they tried many different ways to get rid of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. The Sakhiyan of Sulhi Khan, where they sent Sulhi Khan to go and assassinate Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. Many people sat down with Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj and they said, Maharaj, what should we do? And Guru Arjan Dev Ji writes this in their Bani. They said, the first person told me we should go and negotiate with them. The second person says, maybe we should write a letter back. The third person says, maybe we should just do some upralla, maybe we should go and stand in our defense. And in the end, main sab ko chhod prabh tuhin te aaya. They said, I listened to the advice of everybody, Guru Arjan Dev Ji says. But then I've dropped everything and said, if this is pleasing to me, then this is the will. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj was Shant their entire life. Shanti de kunj sige. They're the epitome, the embodiment of bliss, of Shanti, of Sahaj. Main sab kich chhod prabh tu hi te aaya. I've let go of everything. Sulihi Khan comes and rides in. His horse kicks the wrong way. His horse trips. He falls into a burning fire and he dies. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Sache Pacha says, I didn't need to do anything. Akal Purkh, God protected me. But not just in this way. When Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj was blessed with a son, the sixth Guru, Sheme Pacha, then Meherban and Prithi Chand, all of them sent a snake to be able to kill the sixth Guru. The sixth Guru picked up that snake and tore it into two pieces. They poisoned the yogurt that was meant to be fed to the Guru. And Guru Hargobind Sahib Sache Pacha screamed and drew the attention of everybody that yogurt was then given to the dog, and the dog died of poison. They realized something was wrong. When for 11 years, Guru Arjan Dev Ji, if you look back, Guru Arjan Dev Ji spent 11 years in their childhood doing sangat of their Nana Ji, Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj. 11 saal ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਬਚਪਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ. One day Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj is seated on their manja and they're resting, and Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, young child, crawls in. They shake the leg, and as their toy or something goes underneath the bed, they go and the leg of the manja shakes a little bit. Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, at an old age, they wake up and they said, who is it? What mighty being shook my platform? And many of the Mata Paniji, she came running and she said, no, oh, it was only my child. It was your Dota. It was your grandson. And said, it was just a child that shook my bed in this way. And Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj said that this person is not just a child. He will shake the entire world. Doheta, Bani ka boheta. This is the words that they said. That he is the boat of Gurbani that will carry this entire world across. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, they created Harmandir Sahib. They built Harmandir Sahib, completed it for us. When we look at the center of the heart of Sikhi, we refer to Harmandir Sahib. That was a blessing given to us by the fifth Guru. Gurbani that we read, all of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj was blessed to us by Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. And the whole lineage of Shaheeds that we remember, we take inspiration from. Shaheedan de Sartaj, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, they were the beginning of this whole thing, of the whole lineage. If Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj did not sit on the Tatti Tavi, if they did not sit on the hot plate, then maybe we wouldn't have had the Bhai Mani Singh Jis, Baba Banda Singh. We wouldn't have had Bibi Sharan Kaur. We wouldn't have had all of these lineages of the 1920s, the 1840s, the 1984, the early 2000s. We wouldn't have had those Shaheed Singhs if Guru Arjan Dev Ji didn't sit on that Tatti Tavi. You know why Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj was given Shaheedi? Let's look at a few reasons around this. In a state of Sahaj, I want you to understand this. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, Deen Duniya de Malik Bani de Bohit, their prachar grew to such an extent that many prominent Muslims Like Bhai Manji, you've heard the Sakhi of Bhai Manji. They were a Muslim from a Muslim household that came into the Sangat of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. They were blessed by Guru Sahib Ji, and Guru Dev hi ban ke reh gaye. They remained the Gurus. Bhai Bellon Ji, Bhai Bellon sab to pehlon. You've heard these Sakhiyan before. They were born in a Muslim household. They came in contact with the Guru's house and they remained the Gurus. Sai Mian Mir Ji, Sai was such a great title given to not anybody, but somebody that's very, very knowledgeable. Sai Mian Mir was a Muslim preacher. When he came into contact with Guru Sahib Ji, he remained the Gurus. He said, I have nothing left. And when this word, there was many different groups that did lots of prachar. They preached different math, different ways of life. Not necessarily pure Islam, but subsects of it. Some things that would also be what we would consider very different from Islam today. But Firewood Jahangir, who was the emperor at the time, he was really, really pushing for this. So there was a group called Sakhi Sarwar. Sakhi Sarwar was very, very upset that Sikhi is growing in such a way. There's a book or a writing that's actually written by Jahangir. It's called Tuzuke Jahangiri, in which Jahangir actually writes himself on why they had to kill, in his words, Guru Arjan Dev Ji. And he explains, he says, this person was becoming so popular that even the most prominent Muslims would go to him and they would fall in love with him. We are here invading from Afghanistan, and we're here to kill all of the Hindus, all of the infidels, all of the kafirs. But this person, forget the ones that we are killing off, he's taking our own and converting them to his putta path, his upside down path, in the way Jahangir writes it. He said, I had many reasons to be able to do this. He explains all of these things, but along this, there's a name that we have to remember, whose name was Chandu. And I want you to understand this, of how the heat of the world may come in many mental ways through people. But if you are in the state of Saj, like Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, you can remain indifferent to it. Chandu was burning. Jahangir was burning. The Sakhi Sarwar, all of their entire preacher group, they were burning. The socialists of the time, they were burning. The political people around, even the entrepreneurs that were coming from Lahore, they were saying, Amritsar Sahib is taking a lot of our business away. They were burning. They had a lot of these reasons around them. But Guru Arjan Dev Ji hamesha shant rahe. When Chandu, who was the Diwan, who was one of the main ministers in Lahore, somebody went to him and said, your daughter is getting older. We should look for a marriage, a suitable house. And Chandu said, you know what, who I want? I want you to go and find a house that is very, very powerful, that is very, very well known. A house that has a lot of respect and has a lot of money. He said, I want my daughter married into that sort of household. And the people that he sent went and searched for a household. But little did he know that those people that he sent out, they had a little bit of love for the Guru's house. And when the Sikh heard, he said, well, whose house could be bigger than the house of my Guru, Guru Ramdas Ji? So he went to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, as he was a worker under Chandu. And he said, Maharaj, I want to put this proposal in front of you. This proposal of the daughter of Chandu and your son, Guru Har Gobind Sahib. Why don't we get them married? Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj at that time, they said these words. They say, Hona ohi ya jo Parmeshwar nu manzoor ya. Hona ohi ya. That is what's going to happen, what the Creator wills. Maharaj did not say yes, and nor did Maharaj say no. Then those messengers went back They said, we've arranged this relation with such a great house, with the house of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. But Chandu didn't like it. He thought, wait, because his eye was very worldly. He said, Asi Edde Mahan, we have great mahals. We have great palaces. We've got so much money. We are divans of Lahore. We work under the empire of Lahore, under Jahangir. And aaj fakir jeb log hai, like somebody might say today, like we are rich people, we're big businessmen, we work in the governments. We've got great networks and connections. Tu a babbeyan de naal saadi kudi vyah kiya gaya. You took our daughter and you just gave it to a bunch of babbe. You gave it to a bunch of fakirs, carefree people. Aaj bhi apan shabdavali shayad vartange. And so he was very, very upset. Unhe eho je bol bole, Maharaj di nindya kiti, to the point where he slandered the house of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. When the Sangat of Lahore heard that Chandu was speaking so much BS from his mouth, because Chandu had that habit, he would speak a lot. He would speak so much. The Sangat of Lahore, they were very, very hurt. They traveled, they sent letters to Amritsar Sahib and say, Maharaj, we heard that this relationship is coming together, that there's conversations about it. Maharaj, we make this a request. Do not connect this relationship. Why? Because he is a slanderer of the house of Guru Nanak. Unhe Maharaj Guru Nanak Dev Ji di nindya kiti, because he said, "Aa fakiran de naal ki hai, we come from great lineages," Chandu said. And he said that aa jede Guru Nanak ke evi fakir sige, he was nothing. He had nothing to his name. And now we want to get our daughter married into that house, into that lineage. Chandu was saying such words. Pyareo, if you know anything about Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, they would never raise their voice. They would never slander anybody. They were always in bliss. But there was times when even this blissful, always going with the will of the Creator, this type of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj would be stern. They would become stern. Let me share a quick example. When Satta and Balwand, these were the Kirtanis. They would do Kirtan in Harmandir Sahib. They would do Kirtan in front of the entire Sangat. And one day, they needed to get their own families married, their children married. And they asked Guru Sahib Ji for more money. Guru Sahib Sache Pacha says that whatever comes through the Sangat, that's what you will take. Maharaj offered them more money. They said, Maharaj, inna thoda nahi, we need even more. We want even more. As their ego got more and more, they asked for more money. One day, they didn't even show up to do Kirtan. Kirtan karne nahi aaye. This is, we're talking about ego. The burning of the ego doesn't allow us to be in the state of bliss. And it comes from inside. And that's what causes us all these other pains. Again, like I say, the burning of the hot plate internally inside of us, or the coolness of the Guru Shabad. This is the battle that takes place in our mind every day. Satta and Balwand, they didn't show up to do Kirtan one day. Imagine the entire Sangat is seated and nobody shows up on stage to do Kirtan, and we're all waiting. We're like, where's the Kirtan? And Guru Arjan Dev Ji sends many people, says, go and make a request that Guru Arjan Dev Ji is begging them. Maharaj says with Nimrata, you are the great Guru's Kirtanis. You have such beautiful tongues. Can you please arrive and sing these beautiful praises? Aake ga sakde hain. And those Kirtanis, they kept on turning away. They said, nahi, hon aagi, samjh. Now do you understand our value? This is what they said. Hon sadi qeemat da thanu pata lag reha. Your darbar cannot run without us. They began to say, asal vich sangat guru nahi sunn aandi. The Guru's sangat does not come because of the Guru. They arrive only to listen to our music. They come only to listen to us play the Rabab, for us to sing, because of our voices, because of our talent. This is why the Sangat gets together. And they said, this is, Guru Arjan Dev Ji, listen to all of this. Maharaj even said, ha, main neech, I'm nothing. Tusi dhanya, because you praise the Guru. Palo palo re kirtaniya. You are great. But then they said that even Guru Nanak Dev Ji was nothing. And people only listened to Guru Nanak Dev Ji because Bhai Mardana Ji played the Rabab. They only came because of the music. And that's where Guru Arjan Dev Ji said, that's it. You can slander me, but the moment you turn and slander Ad Guru, Tan Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, then the direction you're facing, you can go that way. Then Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj ne us din saranda chakya. They picked up the saranda. They brought together the Sangha and they say, today the entire Sangat will do Kirtan collectively. The entire Sangat sang Kirtan. Satta Balwand, they became embarrassed. They eventually, it snapped to them. Again, long story short, they thought, what are we doing? The burning of our own mind and ego totally left us astray. Another Gursikh brought Satta Balwand. Maharaj even said that whoever brings them, their face will be blackened. They will be put on a donkey. And jede Gursikhs ne unhone leke aanda, they already put their face blackened. They sat on a donkey and they came back. And they say, Maharaj, main Gursikhs di bhul bakshaun vaste aa raha. And those Gursikhs came and they sang Satta Balwand ki var. When they sang that var, they praised Guru Nanak Dev Ji. They praised Guru Ramdas Ji. In the same way, when Chandu said and slandered the house of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Sache Pacha said, "Aithe koi rishta nahi hai. We will not do this rishta." The Guru's hukam is, atal comes first, and the slander of the Guru's house we won't be able to bear it. When Chandu hears of this news, he is now embarrassed. He said, no, they can't break off the rishta. I was supposed to break the rishta. This is what ego is. Do you understand? Guru Arjan Dev Ji can't reject me. I was supposed to reject them. Does this sound familiar to you guys? Have you had any experience in your life like this? Where yes, there's no relationship, but the ego just becomes, well, I don't like you, but you can't reject me. I want to reject you. That's what ego is. Look where ego comes from. Ego is when your expectations, your desires are not met, and your ego gets hurt. When you place an expectation upon the world, and the more egotistical somebody is, the more they have expectations. They say, I'm a rich person, you're supposed to do this for me. I'm supposed to be special, you're supposed to do this for me. There's an expectation, and when the expectation isn't met, kaamnaਵਾਂ ਦੀ ਪੂਰਤੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ, ਅਹੰਕਾਰ ਤੇ ਸੱਟ ਵੱਜਦੀ ਆ. Your ego gets hurt. When your ego gets hurt, then anger arises. ਫਿਰ ਉੱਥੇ ਕ੍ਰੋਧ ਉਪਜਦਾ ਆ. And when anger is born, buddhi naas kar danda. It destroys your intellect. And when your intellect is destroyed, your entire life is destroyed. One little bit of anger, you go and murder somebody, your entire life is spent in jail. One little bit of anger, you say something you shouldn't have, and now you can't pull those words back. Once you say words, a broken heart can't be healed again. Slander that's once said, you can't take it back. Somebody very wise told me when I was young, and I'll be honest, I haven't been able to live up to it, but I still remember it all the time. I've said some things that I shouldn't have, of course, right? We're human. But they said to me when I was young, they said, every word that comes out of you, imagine it's being printed on your forehead. And when you walk into the Guru's Darbar, when you leave this body and you walk into the court of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, every word of yours is going to be written on your forehead and read out loud. So the words that come out of your mouth today, or do you want them read for you there? And I was like, whoa. And look, me knowing that, knowledge-wise, I've still said some things I shouldn't have. This is how our mind works. When our expectations are not met, anger arises and we say things we don't want to. So maybe next time you say something, and you've heard this story now, you've heard this example, maybe after that you can reflect back and you say, I shouldn't have said that. If it breaks somebody's heart, even if it's true, even if it's relevant, there's no point in saying that, uttering that. If you're lying, then of course don't even say it. Khair, Tan Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, when they reject this, Chandu is very, very hurt. Chandu de bahut hankar te thes pahunchi. Long story short, Chandu goes and starts putting more things in Jahangir's ears, that they've written a granth that's against Islam. They've said things against Islam in it. They are converting more people. They've converted great prominent people like Sai Mia Mir. Bahut gallan vich pa dittiyan, but really his heart was hurt because of His ego was hurt. अंदर ਉਹਦੇ ਅਗਨੀ ਬਲ ਰਹੀ ਸੀਗੀ. Jahangir called Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj towards Lahore. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, they received the blessings from their Mataji, from their relatives around. Othe ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਬਚਨ ਕਰ ਗਏ ਸੀਗੇ. The Gurta Gaddi is going to be given to Guru Hargobind Sahib Sache Paatshah. They leave Amritsar Sahib, they go towards Lahore with 5 Gursikhs. Bhai Langaha Ji, Baba Bidhi Chand Ji, Bhai Pirana Ji, great prominent Gursikhs of the time. When they go to Lahore, ਜਦੋਂ Lahore ਪਹੁੰਚਦੇ ਆ, they arrive ਜਿੱਥੇ ਅਰਥਮਲ ਜੀ, this was one of the grandsons of Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj. The great grandsons of Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, ਉੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਜਾ ਕੇ Maharaj arrives in Lahore and they start ਸੰਗਤ. ਉੱਥੇ ਸੰਗਤ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ. Maharaj is doing Katha, they're doing Kirtan, Sangat is gathering. Jahangir and Chandu find out about it. They start burning even more. Hor Agni vich tapish honi shuru ho jandi. They said, we brought them here to answer for their crimes. But now unhone Lahore aake ithe bhi Sangat kar di. They're converting more people in the way they see. Kitte ithe hor bhi Sangat karan lag pai. Oh, ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੁਲਾ ਕੇ ਪੰਗਾ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ. You know, it's like you smell really bad, but when you call sandalwood into your house and then you complain, why does the sandalwood smell good? That's what was happening. They say, we're burning an ego hurt. We bring the murti of Saj into Lahore and Lahore starts smelling good. Now we're hurt by it even more. There's more Sangat happening here. What in the world's going on? They call Guru Arjan Dev Ji into the darbar. Jahangir has these conversations and says, I want to read your Granth. Tell me why you've said these things. Tell me what is bigger. Is Islam bigger or is Hinduism bigger? Kaun vadda hai? Kedi mat vaddi hai? Maharaj Sache Paatshah recites, koi bole Ram Ram, koi Khudaye, koi seva Gusaiya, koi Alaye. They praise the Creator. Jahangir is very, very blessed in hearing. They say, asal vich, anything that's written in this, even about Islam, ithe koi jhoot nahi likhya. In this Granth of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, ithe sachi likhya. Ithe Parmeshwar di Kirti likhi hoi hai. Jahangir is impressed. But the Sakhi Sarwar crew, Chandu and many others, they kept on filling the ears of Jahangir. Long story short, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj ਨੂੰ ਹਵਾਲੇ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਚੰਦੂ ਦੇ, into the custody of Chandu. Chandu was burning. He was burning in this ego. He brought Guru Arjan Dev Ji to his house. ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਿਆਂਦਾ. 5 ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ Guru Arjan Dev Ji ਨੂੰ ਗ੍ਰਿਫਤਾਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ. Guru Arjan Dev Ji wasn't tied up and brought in and said, oh, we're going to force you, we're going to do this. Maharaj, jithe kende sige, you say, Sat Bachan, let's walk that way, in that direction. Pyareo, when a soldier of Lahore came and met Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, he said, Maharaj, I have this request. They've called for you. I'm come here to deliver this message. But Maharaj, I don't feel that they have the right intention. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says to that soldier, they says, hey Sipahi, mere 5 din baki hai. I have 5 days left in this world. 5 din mere baki hai. We are saying, kya jana, kiv marenge. We are saying, kya jana, when will I die, how will I die, in what form will it happen, I don't really know. But Guru Arjan Dev Ji does know. They do know, and they still don't care. Guru Nanak Dev Ji told Bhai Mardana Ji, you have 2.5 days left. They told Bhai Balaji when they're going to pass away. Maharaj antar jammi. We don't know. We don't know when our breath is going to go. Chinta taki ki jiya jona honi. Why are you worried about the things that are going to happen anyways? Why are you worried about that? If something's going to happen, what's inevitable? Death. But you know what's not inevitable? You actually doing your nityanim. You know what's not inevitable? You're remembering to praise God today. You have to focus on those things and worry about those things, because you might actually end up doing an all-nighter on Netflix and then like, oh yeah, I forgot to do Rara Sahib today. I got carried away. That is something, so worry about those things that might not happen. But the thing that's going to happen anyways, meaning us reaching the end of our bodily life, why worry about that? Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says to the soldier, because the soldier says, Maharaj, you've just arrived in Lahore. Why are you talking about death already? Hune hi tusi shuru kar diti vichar about death. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says, I have 5 days, you have 40 days. They say, you're saying my death is close, yours is not that far away either. So tu bhi bhakti kar. That soldier started doing bandagi right away. He said, only 40 days, let me do bhakti right now. If you only had 40 days left, you wouldn't be worried about what's going to happen next semester. You don't care. If you didn't know, if you were told you have 1 day left tomorrow, other than quickly applying for life insurance, right? You wouldn't be worried about anything else. Koi hor parwah hi nahi hai. But pyareo, Maharaj Sache Pacha says, live your life as if the next breath is not even going to happen. Mat ke jape so aave ke na aave Ram. Agla swas bhi hona ke nahi hona. Live your life like that. That's what Maryada is. This sort of discipline to tame your mind. How do you control? Everybody says, oh, my mind is waving and wandering all the time. Because you're not remembering death. What if you die in the next 5 minutes? What if you die in the next 2 minutes? And you say, wait, why are you talking about death? Nahi. If you don't talk about death, you're not able to pull your mind right into the right path and able to focus. Because you're distracted you think the world is permanent and you think death is just something that's going to happen later. But only death is true and the world, this mirage is false. This is where Sahaj comes from. Shanti, because pain and pleasure are indifferent. Khair, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj is now in this court, taken into the house of Chandu, in the court of Chandu. Chandu de darbar vich, Chandu de ghar vich pahunchde a. Chandu is swearing and yelling at Guru Arjan Dev Ji, loud. Maharaj Sache Pacha said they had 5 days. On the first day, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, they're seated with the 5 Gursikhs open in the Veda. Utthe Jeth Hard da Mahina aya. So much sun is shining upon them, not a single drink of water, not a single piece of food. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਧੁੱਪ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਿਠਾਈ ਰੱਖਿਆ. Chandu is thinking and planning. ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਕਸ਼ਟ ਦਵਾਂ. He's planning and he's burning on the inside. Guru Arjan Dev Ji ਪੂਰੇ ਸ਼ਾਂਤਮਈ ਸਰੂਪ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਜੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ. Chandu's daughter-in-law, Chandu ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਨੌਂ ਸੀਗੀ. She heard that Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj entered the house. ਉਹਨੇ ਅਰਦਾਸਾਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ. Maharaj, I've been begging for you to come and see you. But in this state, I don't trust my own family. She does ardas. She comes to meet Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj and says, Maharaj, I'm so blessed you're in this house. But I know this is not going to end well. Because mere ye dusht parwar ne bahut kuch karna. I won't be able to bear it. Maharaj Sache Pacha says, I have 5 days. The daughter-in-law says, कि महाराज फिर महाराज ये 5 दिन थोड़ी है फिर ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਰੀਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਛੱਡਣਾ, when you leave this world, then take me with you. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says, नहीं ਧੀਏ, you have a long life ahead of you. She says, नहीं Maharaj, but I won't be able to live with this thought that ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੰਨੇ ਤਸੀਹੇ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਸ਼ਹੀਦ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ in my house, in the house that I'm married to. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji says, if that's your wish, then when I leave this body, tu bhi Paramatma da dhyan tani. For the next 5 days, focus on the Guru. When I leave this world, my daughter, I will take you into the court of God, into Sachkhand with me when I go. And that's what happened. This is the story of love. She wasn't worried about, oh my God, what about my long life ahead? What about everything else? Nahi. Jis marne te jag dare, mera man anand. It's blissful. See, if Sant Jarnail Singh Ji, Bhai Menga Singh Ji, Anok Singh Babbar, all the Shaheeds of 1984, they're fighting in the battlefield. Baba Deep Singh is fighting in the battlefield. Kabir mohe marne ka chau hai. I have a desire to go and attain this. I'm not worried about it. They're in their state of bliss, in their sahaj of their own house. Bliss within their own house. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, they're seated on the first day. They are seated in the sun. The second day, this papi, Dusht Chandu, comes swearing into the courtyard. And he brings out a boiling pot. They say 33 tons of wood was burnt under that pot. Filled it with hot water. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj was told to sit inside of that hot pot. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji, nahi, takke naal nahi. They weren't saying, grab Guru Arjan Dev Ji, throw them in. Nahi, Guru Arjan Dev Ji, apne aap hi they stood. And in a pure bliss, they sat inside of that hot boiling pot. That pot boiled for 9 hours straight. 9 hours. 9 hours. if you were to boil the hardest sabji, carrots, hard potatoes, you name it, maybe 25 minutes, 30 minutes, ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਿਘਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ. What happens to your body? ਪਿਆਰਿਓ, history writes ਕਿ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੱਡੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਮਾਸ ਵੀ ਅਲੱਗ-ਅਲੱਗ ਹੋਣਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, because their entire body is full of blisters now. ਪਸ ਭਰ ਗਈ. There's blisters all over their body. Maharaj's muscles and fat and skin is all saggy now. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj's body is in this state, but Maharaj's face is glowing with radiance, glowing with sahaj. See, I do this benti, this Sadhu Sanu Kende Bhagat Ji used to say to us, if you remember Guru Arjan Dev Ji Shaheedi, lust will never be able to come near you. Because when you look at somebody else's body, you're infatuated, you're looking at somebody else's body and their skin and maybe their tight muscles and whatever. But remember the body of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. How can you think in a lustful way towards anybody's body in this after that? And this is the summarized version which I have to give to you in the next 5 minutes. Maharaj's body after 9 hours full of blisters. Their skin and body is sagging, separating from their bones. The 5, 6 are lifting Maharaj and taking them out of this boiling cauldron. And then they're seated outside. All night, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੌਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੱਤਾ. They weren't given time to sleep. They weren't given a water. And think about just being in a hot sauna for like 45 minutes. There's warnings written on there that say don't stay in longer for 45 minutes because you can get dehydrated. Maharaj kinne pyase honge. But there was no tapsh, there's not heat in the heart of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. Nahi, heat kithe a? Chandu de dil de vich, in the heart of Chandu, in the heart of Jahangir. That's where the burning is happening. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj wo anand vich hai. The second day goes by like this. That night, ਉਸ ਰਾਤ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ 84 ਸਿੱਧ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ. 48 Siddhs, Gorakhnath, many others, they travel from the top of the mountains. They had riddhiyan siddhiyan. They put all the guards to sleep. They come in front of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj and say, Maharaj, give us hukum, we can't bear this. We'll destroy all of Lahore right now. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji says, कि नहीं, ये परमात्मा दा हुक्म है. This is the will of God. You don't understand. I've created this play. I am going to endure it. I'm going to show this entire world something. Don't stop. Don't stand in the way of the play of the Creator. The Siddhs leave. The next day, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj is brought forward again. Chandu comes in swearing. He couldn't find people to torture Guru Arjan Dev Ji. He had to threaten 2 brothers and to say, I will kill you and your families if you don't listen, and pour hot sand on top of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Guru Arjan Dev Ji is seated, and pyareo, for 6 hours straight, boiling hot sand is being poured on top of the head of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Their body that had blisters the day before is now being crisped, is now being burnt by the hot sand. Pyareo, hot sand is like molten lava. Sometimes if you go to like countries like Australia, or if you stand in Arizona or Texas, sometimes ਤੁਹਾਡੀਆਂ ਚੱਪਲਾਂ ਵੀ, if you walk on the sidewalk ਤੇ ਤੁਰਦੀਆਂ, ਤੁਹਾਡੀਆਂ ਚੱਪਲਾਂ ਪਿਘਲ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ, ਇੰਨੀ ਗਰਮੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ. ਉਬਲਦਾ ਰੇਤਾ ਲਾਲ ਰੰਗ ਦਾ ਕਰਕੇ, imagine what is that is like. And that is being poured on top of the head. Maharaj ji ਦੇ ਸੀਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਕੇਸ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਨੂੰ ਕਰਕੇ ਸੀਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਇਆ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਆ. And then it's touching, falling on the shoulders and on the thighs. For 6 hours straight, Baba Bidhi Chand ji, they're standing there, they're getting full of biras, and they say, Maharaj, I can't bear this. Bear to watch it. Maharaj Sache Pacha stops them and says, Tenu kadi tapshya, main shant baitha na, I'm sitting in bliss. Just watch the play that I'm about to put in front of you. Pyareo, then that night, after 6 hours, the Gursikhs pick up Maharaj. They bring them to the side. That night, Sai Mian Mir comes to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj and says, Maharaj, let me destroy all of Lahore. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj kende, Sai, kedi shakti de naal? Kithon mili tenu inni shakti? Where did you get all this power to destroy Lahore? Main it khadka diyanga, he said. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says, where did you get this power from? Sai Mian Mir says, Maharaj, from you. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji says, then why are you worrying about it? Couldn't I destroy Lahore? Couldn't I get out of this situation if I needed to? Nahi, let the play of God happen. Maharaj Sache Pacha says, Sai, look up into the sky. He looks up and he sees 100 crore Vishnu, crore Brahma, crore Indra, many deities, devte, angels, thousands and millions of them looking down, folded hands, and saying to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, give us a command and we'll destroy the situation. And Maharaj says, if I'm stopping them from not doing anything, I'm telling all of them to not do anything. Eh Rabb da hukum hai, tera kiya meetha lage. Say it with me, tera kiya meetha lage. This is bliss for me. Let me do this. Don't stand in the way of this. Pyaro, the next day arrives, the fourth day. The fourth day arrives, tatti tavi leandi gayi. When Guru Arjan Dev Ji is being told to sit on the tatti tavi, it wasn't that Maharaj sat down and then they started boiling the tavi. No, the hot plate. No. They boiled it until it was the color red. They heated it. When Maharaj put their foot, jadon pair Maharaj ne pehla rakhya na, agni bhi thandi hogi. Ag bhi thandi hogi. Tapt kadaha bujh gaya. Gur Seetal naam diyo. Even the fire was like, I can't do this anymore. Maharaj Sache Pacha sat down, chonkada maar ke. Then Chandu started saying, pull the fire even more, heat it up even more. The fire was heated back up until a boiling hot color. And Maharaj was seated on that tavi for 3 hours straight. First day, boiled for 9 hours. Second day, hot sand being poured on top of them for 6 hours. Agle din, tatti tavi te 3 ਘੰਟੇ ਬਿਠਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ. And on that tavi te vi ubalda reta paya gaya. There was boiling sand being poured on top of their body. Even that day as well. Then the 5th day came, Panjve din, the last day. Chandu was thinking, I've tortured them in every single way. Do you know why they were being tortured in this way? I want you to understand this. Jahangir believed that if we spill the blood of a saint, any drop of blood, je koi sant da khoon dulda na, ode vichon karoda hi sant hor paida hunde a. There are many saints. We are trying to destroy their religion. If we drop their blood, then their religion is only going to grow. He was a fool to think that only means what it means on the surface level. So they were torturing Maharaj by burning them and heating them in such ways so their blood wouldn't spill. That was their aim. Because he didn't want Sikhi to grow. He said, I want Sikhi to die. I want it to be finished. But then Maharaj, they did such a thing that they created the Shaheedan de Sartaj ne Shaheedan da Panth paida kar ditta. They created all the battles that came afterwards. Tan Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, Panjve din uth ke, Chandu comes in swearing again. Kehinde hon main kehda tasiya dama, there's nothing more I can think of. I've done everything I could to them. And then Maharaj aap hi kehinde ki main jaake ishnan karna. I want to bathe in the river. Chandu thinks that's a great idea because Maharaj has blisters. Maharaj is burnt. Their body has black spots all over their body. Their skin has actually started to melt away. And they can't move. Only the Singhs can carry them from side to side. The Sikhs can. And he thinks that's a great torturous way. Because that'll burn Maharaj. That will hurt them so much. All these cuts and burns. And then thanda pani lage. Wah. He says, yes Maharaj, of course you can go and bathe. Along with this path, Pyareo, the Sangat is outside of Lahore. They're hearing what is going on because they can't see over the wall. The entire clouds are shant. No wind in the sky. Everybody in Lahore is silent. They don't know what's going on, but they know what's happening is not good. The hearts of the saints across the world are crying. Maharaj Sache Pacha goes, Sikhya kardiyan. They sat outside the river and Maharaj ne uthe Katha Kirtan kita. Even in the state, Maharaj ne see nahi uchri. Along at the side of the river, Maharaj ne Katha Kirtan updesh ditta. They gave teachings to the Gursikhs. Then Maharaj entered that river, and with their body did not come out. And Maharaj attained Shaheedi then. Khair Pyareo, look, this is what the state of this bhakti is. Sikhya of Sahaj. Sahaj belovo, जैसे तत ना जाए. If Sant Jarnail Singh Ji, the Shaheeds of 1984, they're battling in this. Even Bhai Amrik Singh Ji, when they became Shaheed, Mata Amarjit Kaur Ji, they told the Singhs, they say, for with her eyes she witnessed Bhai Amrik Singh Ji, and he was just like you and I. He was the president of All India Sikh Students Association. He was a young university student, teaching, upcoming, had a young family. But the state of Sahaj these Singhs had. Let's remember that state and we can bring it into our life. So आओ प्यारिਓ, जिस ਆਪਾਂ ਦੋ ਪੰਕਤੀਆਂ ਗਾਉਣੀਆਂ, ਜਪਿਓ ਜਨ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਗੁਰੂ, ਫਿਰ ਸੰਕਟ ਜੋਨ ਗਰਬ ਨਾ ਆਇਓ, ਫਿਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਫਤਿਹ ਦੀ ਸਾਂਝ ਪਾਉਣੀ ਆ. But I want you to sing this with your heart out. How can lust enter your mind? How can you get angry? How can you worry about anything else if you find a state of bliss like this? So now, when something burns you in your life, are you going to burn like Chandu? Are you going to burn like Jahangir? Or can you stay steadfast like Tan Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaaj?
Japyo Jin Arjan Dev Guru, 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 Japyo Jin Arjan Dev Guru.
Let the Sahaj enter your heart. Sahaj vich. Bring Guru Arjan Dev Ji sitting on the Tatti Tavi in front of you. Maharaj is sitting in front of you now, today, thode akhan de samne, and boiling hot sand is being poured on top of their head right now. Close your eyes and see them. When you see them, then your heart will be cooled. Anji.
Japyo Jin Arjan Dev Guru, Japyo Jin Arjan Dev Guru, फिर संकट जो न गर्भ न आए, फिर संकट जो न गर्भ न आए. जपयो जन अर्जन देव गुरु, जपयो जन अर्जन देव गुरु, फिर संकट जो न गर्भ न आए, फिर संकट जो न गर्भ न आए. जपयो जिन अर्जन देव गुरु, जपयो जिन अर्जन देव गुरु, जपयो जिन अर्जन देव गुरु, फिर संकट जो न गर्भ न आए, फिर संकट जो न गर्भ न आए, फिर संकट जो गर्भ न आए, फिर संकट जो न गर्भ